This is a story about survival, about turning pain into power, anger into art, and protest into possibility. It's a story about the rhythms of resilience. And if you know anything about me, you know this story can only be about jazz. Because jazz has always been more than just music. It is a movement. It is a mirror. It is a megaphone for voices yearning to be heard. Born from the African-American experience in the early 20th century, jazz evolved as a sonic expression of freedom, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the people. Its rhythms carried messages of hope during times of despair, and its improvisations reflected the dynamic, ever-shifting landscape of civil rights and social justice. As the 20th century unfolded, jazz became a soundtrack for a nation in motion, a soundtrack for a struggle. And today, as we navigate the complexities of our own times, the echoes of those struggles resonate in the music that we make and the activism that we pursue. This isn't just a story of the past. It's a story that continues to unfold with each note, with each beat, with every chord progression, with every improvisation. If you want to support the continuation of this story, now is the time to join the movement. Your support will help bring this story and many more to life. So hit that subscribe button and become part of our mission to amplify diverse voices and perspectives. Together, we can keep these stories alive and ensure that they continue to inspire generations to come. Let's go back to the 1950s and 60s, when America was at a crossroads. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, and jazz musicians like Nina Simone, Kyles Mingus, and Max Roach began to explicitly infuse their compositions with political meaning. They weren't just singing about love and loss anymore. They were singing about struggle and hope, about pain and perseverance. In 1963, Nina Simone released an album that would become an anthem for the civil rights movement. An album that couldn't be ignored, an album called Mississippi Goddamn. The title itself was a protest, a powerful statement against the violence and racism that continued to plague the American South. And when you listen to the music, you can feel the intensity, the anger, the frustration, but also the unwavering determination. Songs like I Wish I Knew How It Feels to Be Free and Mississippi Goddamn became anthems of the movement. Music wasn't just played on jazz stations. It was played on everything from the radio to television, amplifying the message far beyond the concert halls. She became a symbol of the movement, her music echoing the struggles and aspirations of millions. And then there was Max Roach, a jazz drummer and bandleader who was deeply involved in the civil rights movement. In 1960, he released an album that was a groundbreaking moment in jazz. An album that didn't just break musical barriers, but also social ones. He called it We Insist, Freedom Now Suite. It wasn't just an album, it was a manifesto, a fearless declaration of the need for freedom and equality. The album featured an all-black ensemble, a bold move at a time when segregation was still prevalent in the music industry. And the music itself was a powerful commentary on the state of civil rights in America. Tracks like Call the Police and The Explanation spoke to the realities of police brutality and racial injustice. While songs like All the Things You Are offered a hopeful vision of a better future, but it wasn't just about the music. Roach was actively involved in the civil rights movement, using his platform to speak out against injustice and to support the movement's goals. He organized concerts to benefit civil rights causes and used his music as a tool for activism. Then there was Charles Mingus, a brilliant but controversial bassist and composer who fearlessly tackled social issues in his music. His 1959 album, Blues and Roots, is a powerful example of this. The album opens with a spoken word piece by Mingus himself, setting the stage for a musical journey that is both personal and political. He talks about the blues and where they came from, connecting them to the African-American experience and the struggles of his people. Then the music kicks in, and you're taken on a ride through various styles of blues, from the upbeat to the mournful. And throughout the album, you can hear the influence of gospel, folk songs and spirituals, paying homage to the roots of American music. What's remarkable about these albums is how they broke new ground, not just in terms of content, but also in terms of style. They blended genres, experimented with instrumentation, and pushed the boundaries of what jazz could be. They proved that jazz wasn't just a genre, it was a vehicle for expression, a tool for change. But these musicians weren't just creating music in a vacuum. They were responding to the world around them. They were reacting to the civil rights movement, to the struggles and triumphs, to the hopes and dreams of a nation. Their music was a reflection of the times, a soundtrack for a movement. So why are these stories important today? Because the story of jazz is not just a story of the past. It's a story that continues to unfold with each note, with each beat, with every chord progression, with every improvisation. Today, artists like Kamasi Washington and Esperanza Spalding are carrying on this legacy, blending the struggles of the past with the urgency of the present. Washington's epic Epictetus and Spalding's Grammy-winning 12 Little Spells are just two examples of how jazz continues to evolve while staying true to its roots. They're weaving their music with themes of race, gender, environment, and justice, making it relevant to a new generation. Washington, with his spiritually charged compositions, takes listeners on a journey that is both musical and philosophical. His music, often described as spiritual jazz or cosmic jazz, delves into themes of identity, social justice, and the search for meaning in a complex world. Albums like The Epic and Heaven and Earth showcase his virtuosity as a saxophonist, while addressing contemporary issues with a blend of traditional jazz, funk, soul, and even hip-hop influences. Esperanza Spalding, on the other hand, defies easy categorization. A classically trained musician, she seamlessly blends jazz, funk, soul, samba, and more. Her music is a celebration of diversity, a testament to her upbringing in a multicultural household. Albums like Chamber Music Society and Exposure demonstrate her incredible musicianship and her ability to innovate within the jazz idiom. She fearlessly tackles themes of love, loss, identity, and social issues, inviting listeners to confront difficult questions and embrace the complexities of life. These musicians, along with many others, are pushing the boundaries of jazz, making music that is both timeless and timely. They are ensuring that the legacy of protest and social commentary continues to thrive within the genre. The power of jazz lies in its ability to respond in real time. Its improvisational nature makes it the perfect tool for reflecting society's chaos and complexity. Each note becomes a response, a protest, a story on emotional language beyond words. In times of crisis, from the Vietnam War to the George Floyd protests, jazz has resurfaced as a rallying cry for truth and transformation. Nina Simone's powerful rendition of the Backlash Blues speaks to the frustration and anger felt by many during the Vietnam War. While Max Roach's We Insist, Freedom Now Sweet echoed the demands for civil rights and social justice. Charles Mingus's Fables of Faubus confronts the racial tensions and political corruption of the time. And then there's the music of more recent times, a continuation of the dialogue, a response to the social and political climate of the 21st century. Robert Glasper's Black Radio Project, for instance, is a genre-bending exploration of black music, blending jazz with hip-hop, neo-soul, and more. It's a testament to the genre's ability to adapt and stay relevant while staying true to its roots. Kamasi Washington's music, as mentioned earlier, is deeply rooted in social consciousness, addressing themes of identity, police brutality, and the pursuit of justice. His music serves as both a reflection of the times and a call to action, urging listeners to engage with the world around them and to demand change. Esperanza Spalding, too, has addressed social issues in her music, using her platform to speak out against racial injustice and promote equality. Her song June is a powerful tribute to the victims of the Orlando nightclub shooting. While 12 Little Spells confronts issues of police brutality and systemic racism, as you can see, jazz has never been static. It moves, it evolves, it survives, but most of all it speaks. And in a world still riddled with inequality, its voice remains as necessary as ever. Thank you for joining us on this episode of our show. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and share. Your support helps us continue producing powerful content that brings the stories and voices of underrepresented communities to a wider audience. We depend on viewers like you to keep these stories alive and to ensure that they continue to inspire change and understanding. So please donate now and be part of our movement. Together, we can keep these stories alive and ensure that they continue to inspire generations to come.